Hi everybody, it's Emma again. So today I thought it'd be a really nice idea to do some handprint animals with you guys and show you how to do those. So by drawing around your hands in different shapes, you can turn these into animals. So I've already done my handprints, okay, but I'll explain to you guys how to do it. There's 3 animals that I'm going to show you. Now the first one is going to be a giraffe, okay? So your handprint for the giraffe needs to look something like this. Okay, so what I've done is my arm is in it, can you see? And then I've drawn around my thumb, around my second finger. Now what with this third finger, okay, what we need to do is we need to tuck it under so that we can't see it. And then we just draw around our knuckle, okay? And then we draw around our 4th finger and we draw around our 5th finger. Can you see? So round the thumb, round the second one, just the knuckle of the 3rd one, and then round your 4th finger and your 5th finger, okay? And don't forget to include the start of your arm. Okay, so this is going to be a giraffe. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the camera just a little bit so you guys can see whilst I'm leaning and drawing, okay? Hopefully you can still see me. There we go, brilliant. So, first of all, our giraffe is going to need some eyes, okay? So, what we need to do is we need to find sort of the space in the middle here, you know, where our eyes sort of would be. And you can draw them whatever shape you want. I'm just going to do sort of like a long oval shape for my giraffe's eyes. Can you see? There's his eyes. Doesn't look much like a giraffe yet, does he? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to colour these eyes in, just the middle bits, just so it gives him a bit of character. Okay. Just going to leave a white blob in the middle for his middle of his eye. Okay, brilliant. Can you see? Fantastic. Now with our fingers we need to try and put a bit of shape and character onto our giraffe. So with your little finger on this side, can you see? What we're going to do is we're just going to draw some curly wiggly lines so it looks like this. Can you see? Fantastic. And on the outside of our fingers, we're just going to, from the top of your finger, we're going to join it onto the next finger, okay? So it's going to look like this. So just a curved line, just like that. And that's sort of like his ear, okay? Now, we need to give him a little bit of hair in the middle of his head, don't we? So for this bit, again, we're just going to do some different size and shaped curly lines, okay? So just like this. You see? It just gives him a little bit of character. And we're going to do the same on our thumb as we did on our little finger, okay? So we're going to do some different shape curly lines, and then we're going to do the same with the ear. Okay, can you see? Fantastic, brilliant. Now our giraffe is missing a mouth, okay, and a nose. So what we need to do here is where our hand joins onto our wrist, okay, so sort of this area, so where you've drawn it on your picture, we need to draw the outline of the giraffe's mouth, okay? So I'm just going to do sort of like a half circle from one side to the other. So it's going to look a bit like this. You see? And then we're going to do the same across the top. So it's going to go all the way over, just a half circle, like that. And you see? And then in the middle of there, we're going to draw our giraffe's nose. So again, I'm going to do the shape that I did for the eyes there. And you can colour them in, okay? And then I'm going to give him 2, because giraffes sort of have these little bits above, don't they? Which I presume are where they breathe from. Maybe that's something you could research, because I'm not sure. And then down at the bottom, Just going to give him some patches. Okay, so we can colour those in because giraffes have little brown patches on them, don't they? You see, so it's going to look something like this when you're finished. And then what you can do is colour it in. Now, I've already coloured one, okay, for you guys. But it's up to you what colours you use. You don't have to use the same colours as me. And this is my coloured in one. You see, that's our giraffe. Fab, so we've done the giraffe drawing. The next one we're going to do is a snake, okay? So again, I've done the handprint shape already, but I'm just going to show you guys what shape it needs to look like. So when you draw around your hand, it needs to look like this, okay? So you're going to have your thumb sort of out to the side, and then you're going to have your little finger sticking up, okay? And when you've drawn that, it's going to look something like this, okay? Or like this. So you're going to go round your thumb, keep your other fingers bent, so just draw around your knuckles, and then keep your little finger up and draw around it, okay? Now, when you've done that, what we want to do is we want to turn it to the side so it looks like this. Can you see? And then we're going to do the same sort of shape on this side as we have with our knuckles. Okay, you could draw around it the other way and turn your hand around, but it's just easier just to follow the shape on this side. Now, with the little finger, we don't want it to be as long as this side, so we're just going to make it a shorter one. Can you see? So your hand needs to look something like this. Now, it doesn't really look like we could turn this into a snake, does it? But we can, okay? So what we need to do, I'm just going to change the camera again just so you can see. There we go. So what we're going to do is where our thumb finishes here, we just want to draw a line across just like that, okay? Can you see? And then we want to join all of these lines up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the first one. You see the first curve, and we're going to draw a line all the way across to that side. And then we're going to do it again for the next one, and again for that one. So we've got something that looks like this. Okay, now it's up to you, you don't have to, but just to add some character to this snake, I'm just going to give him some little lines, because snakes tend to have patterns on their bodies, don't they? So I'm just going to give him some little lines like this all the way across. Just do it really quickly to show you. Can you see? And some more here. And some more. You see, he's looking very cool. There we go. Now, when we get to the head of the snake, instead of doing lines down, okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to give him a bit like a necklace. Just give him a line across like that, okay? You see? And then he needs a mouth, so I'm just going to give him a wiggly one like that. And then he needs some eyes. Now eyes, I'm going to just do one sort of on the snake, and then just to give him a bit more character, I'm going to do one sort of on the outside of the snake. Can you see? And it looks like he's looking that way, doesn't it? Now, again, doesn't look much like a snake at the minute, but once you colour him in, he looks like a snake, okay? So I've already coloured mine, and this is what he looks like. If you can see, it's got a curly, whirly body, and it's all wrapped around itself. So you could, again, use whatever colours you want to colour your snake. I did mine green and yellow today. Okay, have a go, guys. See how you get on and have fun with that. So we've done our giraffe and we've done our snake. Now the final one that we're going to do today is a crab. Okay, now to draw the crab, again, I've already done the outline, but to draw a crab, what we need is something, we'll have it this way, something that looks a bit like this. Now, to draw around your hand and make it look like this, what you need to do is just tuck your thumb in, okay, and spread your fingers wide, okay, and what you do is you draw around it on one side, and then you turn your hand around and do exactly the same on the other side, okay? So you're tucking your thumb under and you're spreading your fingers out. So you've got a shape that looks like this. Now, for our crab, this one's super, super easy. So he needs some eyes, and he needs a mouth, and he needs some pincers, okay? So first, I'm going to change the camera again just so you can see, and I can lean. Fab. So first, we're going to draw his eyes, okay? So this is going to be a bit of a cheeky crab, so we need some long sticks that look a little bit like this, okay? You might want to do yours a different shape. And then on top of those long sticks, you want to draw a circle, okay? So something that looks like this. Can you see? And then inside those circles, you want to draw a smaller circle. And then I'm just going to put some small lines in the middle just to make his eyes stand out. Can you see? Brilliant. Now, as I said, he's going to be a cheeky crab, so I'm going to give him a cheeky smile. Okay? And he looks really, really happy. Can you see? Show me your biggest smiles. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give this guy some pincers. Okay? Now, it's up to you what shape you do them. I'm going to give mine a little bit of a flick on the end because pincers are quite sharp, aren't they, on a crab? So I want you to be able to see that it's spiky or pointy, okay? And that's what my crab looks like. And again, that's just done with our handprints. So when you've coloured it, I've coloured mine red. This is what the guy looks like. So there's my cheeky crab. So yeah, that's just a few examples of how we can make some animals out of our handprints. So give them a go, guys. See how you get on. I'd love to see some of your pictures and see, you know, maybe you guys could turn your hands into some different animals and show us how we can do them. That'd be brilliant. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye.